Hi, Warriors. Well, the gold trade that I've been talking about for the last, I don't know, 5, 6 days, prepping you guys, holding you back until we got the right distribution and RSI setup, which did manifest today, this morning. Let me just get this posted and we'll take a look at all the charts. And also, just want to, so here's gold, okay? Now this is the 2 hour chart. The 4 hour looks almost like it. In fact, when I was selling it at 352, which is here, right? So the market was still up near its highs. Sell gold, sell, risk $20. You know that my methodology is probe. So initially I probe risking $20. Then we broke $10 from the sell point and I took half. And now I have break even stops on the remainder and try and let it ride because maybe this might turn out to be something, especially if we close lower on the day. We're up 19 now, down about 14 from the sale. The point being, was having the patience, like Tom Petty says, the waiting is the hardest part, but it's also the most rewarding part because you have the discipline not to trade impulsively, um, have FOMO, and waited for the trade to come to you. Okay, so I was saying here on the 4 hour chart that we weren't diverging back here, right? It was over 80. And this was the first true divergence because you could eyeball it and see it. You don't have to put your cursor there. But it still wasn't ideal because it was 73, it was under 70. Well, when I came in this morning, gold was up 32. We were right at the 70 mark. The fact that we're coming off is a pretty glaring divergence on the 4 hour, wouldn't you say? A new high, and this is our reading, especially if we're going to reverse from today. So the point is this the top or is it a top? And that's rear view mirror work. Okay. We only know after time has passes. But you know what? What's the difference? It was a great trade. Okay. If it turns out to be the top, that's great. I could go on X and say, oh, I called the top all-time high in gold. Yippee yay ki But we traded it and we were ready for it. We'll see what it turns into. Now, why gold, not silver? Because I'm still bearish the gold silver ratio. Still think we're headed sharply lower. So, but that makes silver when you're bullish metals. I still think silver is going to trade in the 35 range. Maybe that's why this may not be the top in gold because silver didn't reach my objectives. And, I could talk myself out of the trade and said, Dale, silver, you still think silver is going higher. That's going to drag gold higher. But instead of that narrative playing in my head, because I had rehearsed and had talked about it and was accountable for it, because I'm teaching and I'm guiding, that I said, look, we're not confirming up here. Probe it. Have your stop in there. Get a $5, $10 break my way. Take a partial. Okay, took a partial. And now I'm protecting. I'm protecting the remainder. And the worst case scenario is it's a winning trade. So I could go all over the board. Dollar still looks pretty weak to me. WTI, maybe I missed the bottom. I know they're getting ready to do something there. They're going to have three aircraft carriers there, and there was a lot of action in the Middle East last night. Lots of war, um, not just in Gaza. Israel went back into Lebanon. They went into Syria. The Syrians are in a war with, I don't know, the Lebanese. There's a lot going on, and Israelis are getting ready to take out targets in Iraq, which they haven't done for a while. And I heard a comment that the Houthis are firing Iranian missiles, and President Trump has equated that with it may as well be them. So I think that's coming up next. The big question is, and I'll wrap with S&Ps. I shorted NVIDIA, but it came so fast. I didn't stay with it. Looks like I should have. Yeah, it's down another two. So NVIDIA is looking kind of ugly, but it could still. I did it up here, and I had this kind of day, and I booked it because I'm not sure if we're just going to capitulate from here to new lows. It's possible. So, we're pressing some important support right now. We're going to try and see what happens when we fill the gap. We didn't quite get to 50% here, but on NASDAQ, it was a textbook 38% retrace. 2312 was 38, and the high was 2361. So 50 points above it. So we could be, on our way down again to make a new low, maybe into April 2nd, or we could dig, this makes me think there's new lows coming. All right. Because that's why I was bearish. That's why I did some in NVIDIA. The only thing I left on is I did the other day also buy B of A puts. So let's just take a look what the bank's doing. Oh, they're down, not a ton, but I did it because we rallied a little past 50%. I don't think we're that much higher on the week with a day left. Yesterday was a pretty good reversal day. So I'm staying with these because I do believe that once we get the R word, the banks are probably already either calling loans in or preparing to write off bad paper. And when the economy starts to soften, and there was something interesting, something like 10 million people with student loan debt, um, they have to repay it, and they're going to have big credit, take big hits on their credit report once this happens in a couple months. That's 10 million people that may not have access to, you know, credit like they did once that's, could have some kind of spillover effect. I don't think, all these things that we did to keep uh, the ship upright are being unwound. So we'll see. I'm just in some B of A puts as far as the stock market, and I really think that the call of maybe the month, we'll see how it turns out, executed today, now up $17 from the entry. Maybe we'll get a reversal day. 4 hour, there's your reversal candle. I hope you guys are learning. Let me know. Let me know if I prepared you for this trade, whether or not it bottoms here and blows to new highs or not. You were prepared in advance for this. It's nothing that you said, I think I'll give this a shot. Don't take those trades. And most of all, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Hope you enjoyed Henrik Zeberg yesterday. You could go check out that interview. And hey, Mama said there'd be days like this. Van Morrison. Adios, everyone.